It's now picked up as well on the Bounty Hunter. Going to be very good in conjunction with the Faceless Void. It does give him the Lifesteal aura, as well as a 15% damage aura, and armor, of course, to deal. So right now it kind of seems like the pace is a little bit slower. This is actually, in my opinion, favoring the Radiant right now, if only because there's no advances being made on their outer towers, and they have relative farming peace for the time being. They might want to decide to try to take an outer tower of their own, but at the same time they could kind of start turtling decently well here.
Yeah, I'd like to say that the pressure, it feels like it's on WhA to make things happen, because late game I definitely put it to this exotic lineup just because of the Sand King magic damage is gonna come out, and the Void just does so much damage late game. And I think
Void going to pick up at BKB actually. His Ogre Axe is on the way right now. So Ogre Club, I guess it's called in Dota 2. Is it Ogre Club or Ogre Axe?
Ogre
it's
Club,
Club.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it was an axe in Dota 1. Still kind of looks like an axe, but you know, I guess clubs can have pointy edges too. No, it's an axe. Ogre Axe. And the Ogre Axe being picked up by Bounty Hunter as well. So looks like both there opting to get BKBs.
We see Chen finish up his mechanism here actually, and what this does is it gives them such a teamfight advantage. It gives them almost an innate 250 health
Smoke
bonus.
ganking coming onto this Chaos Knight. Nice Burrow Strike as well as the Venomous Scale, and the Telekinesis is going to be up as well. This Epicenter is going to be used for this too. He's actually sitting really low. A track ends up coming out as well, but the team is geared. Insane meteor damage coming out onto this. Venomancer feeling the need to pop his ultimate. The Sand King's gonna go down. Rubik actually being chased by a huge Centaur army. He's probably gonna go down as well. Ice Path barely missing the Bounty Hunter. And the TP from the Venomancer is gonna let him live as well. So 2 down there for the Chaos Knight.
And I think the WhA might be able to take this tower now. I'm not quite sure. Chen is sitting kinda low, but they have so much pushing power right here with the Invoker and the Jakiro. And of course the Chen army.
The mechanism wasn't even present during that fight. That's something very important to note. Yeah. He's going to have it on the way right now, so they're going to have to use that mech charge right away so that he can stay in these fights. Sitting a little bit far back, Nino's really worried about this potential Bounty Hunter gang. Excellent Chronos here, hitting 2. The Centaurs, are they going to get the stuns off? Edge. 1 stun off. They end up killing the Jakiro though. Deafening Blast, nice job there. The Burrow Strike misses. Nice Force Staff coming as well as the Ghost Walk, but Stolen Deafening Blast hits the 10, and that's another track kill. That's exactly what they need, and this Bounty Hunter is unstoppable right now.
Definitely doing very well this game, and it's kind of what they need to have happen. Track is just so good mid-game, and it just allows them to snowball out of control.
Interesting that Templar Assassin wasn't there for that fight. I feel like they really need that little bit of extra damage to come out of her. But the Chaos Knight makes his way down to the bot lane, and they're going to try to do a lot of damage onto this inner tower here.
Yeah. I think they're gonna be able to put a lot of damage onto it, but probably not be able to finish it off actually. We see Rubik and Venomancer rotate down. I don't think they're gonna be able to stop this though. With as I'm about to say it, they have another person coming in.
The track actually ends up going off. I don't know about that Venomous Scale. Unfortunately, it was a little too late there.
Yeah.
Double damage.
Taking a look at the goal graph, and we just see WhA just snowball out of control. Kind of turning around lately with that little dip up.
I wouldn't really call it out of control. I mean, a lot of the money they have is from those outer towers, and it's going to be offset by a couple of these track kills that they end up getting. So it doesn't seem too bad for either team at the moment. The map control, of course, in the way of WhA, but at the same time, Faceless Void isn't really having his farm be too impeded.
And the experience graph is very even, in fact. Experience graph usually doesn't tell us that much, but it can tell us the state of the game as it is right now. But it doesn't really here.
Both teams kind of posturing around Roche. Radiant, of course, being the team in the dark there. They're going to want to try to have some presence just to make sure that the other team is not going for this. And WhA looks like they do want to go for this Roshan.
Question is, are they going to be able to finish it off fast enough? I'm not quite sure. Meld does lower the armor of Roche by 8. And that's quite a bit, actually. They're opting not.
Has she used Meld yet?
No.
There we go.
There we go, yeah.
It doesn't look like Exotic's going to be in a position to try to stop this Roche from occurring, so they're probably just going to give it up here. Yeah. They're definitely going to give it up here, I should say, with Faceless Void farming the top lane while
like
Roshan does occur.
And this, they smoke gang straight away. This is so smart. Allowing them to go on the aggressive right after taking that Roche, just so clever, because they don't stand to lose much here.
Actually, we has Asian's Koikwa ends up deciding to go to the mid lane to farm it, and he breaks his smoke for this. So if Exotic is really aware, they're going to be able to get out okay here.
Templar Assassin broke her smoke as well.
Yep. Templar Assassin, I believe, broke it because of the fact that... Was she close enough to break it?
Maybe.
I know for a fact Invoker was farming creeps, though, and he broke his smoke in the mid lane with, like...
Yeah.
So they knew that they were smoking, at least. That's the big thing there.
Yeah.
Fortification coming out. That's 2 TPs as well. Faceless Void opting to go and TP out. Nothing really that they could do about that. Just smart play of that Faceless Void, making sure he doesn't get killed right now is very important. They do not want to have any delays on any of the items that he has. He's only about 600 away from his BKB.
Yeah, and that BKB is going to allow them to be able to take fights, because he won't be getting stunned or slowed or kited or anything in these team fights. He's just going to be able to whack away at these supports and whoever he catches in his ultimate. And with that Maelstrom, that's going to be a lot of magic damage coming out as well.
Yep. Invoker just bought a sheep stick. Wow. He is farming incredibly well for this.
And now,
this is also partially due to the fact that the towers are all taken, the outer ones at least.
Yeah. I love this from Chen, by the way. Picking up that Alpha Wolf just for the damage aura. It does give I think it's 30% bonus damage for everyone around him. So much.
Sheepstick going onto this Faceless Void. Wow, look at this damage. Man, that Test of Faith did so much there. Something like 300 at least pure damage.
This Chen just has the best Test of Fates in the game.
Yeah.
Constantly doing high damage Test of Fates.
Looks like they're going to try to go on this Bounty Hunter. A Sentry Ward is dropped. A lot of damage coming out of that meld, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough here. And the posture for this bottom outer tower, We Has Asian should take this relatively easily. Faceless Void, unfortunately, did not end up getting his BKB in time, so the death there is definitely going to delay it by another couple of minutes.
Well, look at mid right now.
Looks like they are going to go on this mid lane. Exotic actually having the upper hand here. They're going to kill Ashi almost right off the bat. BKB ends up being popped by both the Templar Assassin as well as the Bounty Hunter, and they're going to try to go on him. Track goes off onto this Templar Assassin. She tries to meld hit him here. And the Invoker comes as well. Sheepstick coming out. This is actually going to be a turnaround. They get the Bounty Hunter relatively easily. And Venomancer running for his life, trying to TP out. He's going to make it okay.
Meanwhile, the Sand King is just pushing away at the top lane. Probably working on his Blink Dagger if he doesn't already have it. And he does. So I believe he's going to probably look to turn around here. Probably don't want to let them have this mid tower for free.
They did manage to get the top tower exactly as you said before. Sand King getting the last hit there. Letting him get that Blink Dagger out. And he picks it up now. He has 3 TPs on him. That's a lot of TPs.
Yeah. Usually you see 1 or maybe 2.
Or 2.
Yeah.
Or 0 in Nino's case. So Chronosphere is going to be up here. He doesn't really want to use it yet, but some posturing occurring. Cold Snap going off onto his Faceless Void. He's going to take a little bit of damage.
He needs 1 more creep right now to be able to get that BKB. I think he should just buy it straight away and ferry it, and we see him do just that actually. Having BKB for this fight is going to be very big for Exotic, and I think that's going to be the piece they need to be able to fight this at all.
Man, this Invoker is huge. Like, he has massive items for this time in the game. It's really helping as well, like the amount of sick plays that came out of him in the early game, killing them in a 1v2 gang situation twice. Chronosphere actually going, he's gonna hit 2 heroes here. They're gonna try to get this Invoker. Invoker runs kind of back into it there, but at the same time, looks like Venomancer pops his Ghost Scepter. They end up trying to go on this Bounty Hunter right now. The Templar Assassin, they switch actually going onto this Venomancer now. Are they gonna be able to... Excellent epicenter coming out of the Sand King though. Everyone's getting low. Yep, looks like a sheep onto this Bounty Hunter. They're going to try to pick him off here. Meteor Strike missing, but it doesn't really matter. But look at the amount. Excellent Ice Path peel there by the Rubik, getting all 4 heroes. The BK, the Aegis is popped by the Chaos Knight, though. And they're gonna get a return kill on this Rubik. So, pretty even fight, actually. I believe it did end up favoring the Dire side just a little bit.
The Dire came out ahead by, I think, 2 kills. And that's pretty important. Although it is pretty even because it is Bounty Hunter. Team just getting those track kills is very important for his team.
At the same time, the pressure still existed for the for WhA Nation, so they took that outer mid tower, the inner mid tower. Sorry, like relatively easily. No contesting there because of that team fight.
They did lose the Aegis. That's something to keep in mind. They're not going to be able to take a fight like that again, because Chaos Knight did go down very early in that fight, and they did buy back a few heroes. Invoker being at least one of them. I want to say, yep, Invoker bought back because he died very early to the Void. So that fight was definitely pretty even. But just because of that tower kill, I think WhA Asian came out on top.
Yep. Taking a look at the gold graph though, 7,500 now. And so you can really tell that there was a definitely big favor in terms of WhA Asian in that last engage. I love how this game's almost like a wave-like flow to it. It's just a lot of pressure coming out of WhA Asian, then backing up, and then a lot of pressure, and then backing up again. They're really fighting on their terms.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's the correct call to make. Of course, you never want to take a bad fight, because end up losing fights, you end up losing the game eventually. Obviously, that's Dota. And Dota is a game of positioning. Knowing when to back off and when to go in is basically the key to victory.
Another Mithril Hammer picked up onto this Templar Assassin. She looks like she's going to be going that Desolator. It's going to be relatively early as well because of the amount of tower gold that they have, so this is going to be a really good pickup for them.
And it just gives
Hearts
them more...
finished, actually, onto this Chaos Knight. That's going to be a very important pickup for them, as well as him being the primary, the gem carrier, and having that armlet. He's going to do a lot of damage. As soon as he gets that level 3 ultimate, that extra kind of quad damage, I guess you could call it, coming out of the Chaos Knight's going to be nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, and it's kind of, he's kind of gearing up to be a meat shield for this Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin gearing up to be the main damage dealer, going for this Desolator, and we actually see this a lot. Templar Assassin being played kind of like a glass cannon, with that Desolator, perhaps a Daedalus pickup, stuff like that.
I'm not sure if I agree with this Faceless Void's Mask of Madness build here. He does get the lifesteal because of the Vladimir's offering on the Bounty Hunter, and I feel like they really need some heavier burst physical damage output coming out of the Faceless Void. I think Daedalus could have been a better, maybe not better, but a different option that would have given them a little bit more weight in their team fights.
Yeah, and when he activates this Mask of Madness, he's going to take a lot of extra damage. And if he doesn't catch this Templar Assassin in his Chronosphere, he's going to take so much damage from her Mel Strikes. And if she goes for this Daedalus, she might be able to...
Oh, looks like they're actually going to go onto this Bounty Hunter, a Sheep on him, as well as a Deafening Blast Meter. He just melted. Everyone running for their lives. Run! Is Chaos Knight going to get the vision? Oh, barely missing it there. Trying to pop the smoke.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Venomancer, it is not enough, and you will melt as well, good sir. And this looks like the pressure towards the... Are they going to go for the top lane? They're kind of confused as to what they're doing here. This is a lot of time wasted not doing anything. There we go. They finally decide, you know what, let's take this easy top lane. It's only sitting at around 250 health. They actually fortify. They don't want to lose that bottom tower. It looks like it's going to end up going down. But giving the Void a little bit of a delay here.
I'm not sure I agree with Exotic's choice to fortify here. That tower was kind of going to die anyway. And they weren't gonna really contest it with 2 heroes down. I think they could have saved it.
At the same time, though, WhA Asian is most likely going to opt towards getting the second Roshan. It's going to happen in about a minute, so I don't think they have any options to pressure at least a base tower for another 2 minutes or so. But yeah, as you said, there was no way in hell they were going to save that tower, so it was a little bit of a waste of a fortify.
I think it was just kind of that they wanted to delay the tower push as well, to really make sure that this Void managed to get the tower bottom safely.
Yeah. which he ended up doing, so that's very good for him. He's now sitting at 1,200 gold once again. Are they going to be able to catch anyone here? I feel like just running into their forest like this without a smoke is a little bit of a risky play. Looks like he's going to end up finding this. Oh, he popped his Mask of